The new welder, I blew up the other two. But in fact the old welder, it was 30 odd years old, it melted the PCB, and then I tried to be clever and make the other one that had the gasless into a gas welder. It went bang as well. So this is a MIG, TIG and what they call MMA, or we would call stick welders. It does all three. Just short of 300 quid. It'll do MIG, gas and gasless apparently. Probably made in China, I would think. Good box they've got it in, look, they're nice and thick. I've never used the TIG welder, so there'll be a bit of fun with that. Although I've been watching some guys on YouTube and used to do lead burning, which is very similar. Handy hook on it, and it's got a plug on it. I've noticed, I bought this off Amazon. I noticed a lot of people were saying no plug on Amazon for certain welders they had there. I paid, well, you can buy the same welder for about £50 cheaper, but you don't get the TIG stuff with it, so I thought I'll just buy it all together. Goodness. I'm impressed with the box. Hope I'm as impressed with the welder. It's a good box. So you get AC, apparently you get AC and DC welders. This will be a DC welder. You need the AC to do aluminium or aluminum. For those of you that don't know how to say aluminium. I think it's an interesting catch. 2 fingers to open it. It'll take 5 kilogram wire if you want, but I'd never run that because it would just end up getting wasted. There's the PCB, I like to blow them up. I'm assuming that's for the gas. Turn it round so you can see it. It's quite light actually. So you've got your, that's quite good, look, they've got the red for the positive and the black for the negatives, so it's like a car really. And I think everything will be touch switches we'll look at. I'm definitely going to read the manual before I blow this one up. Quite a sturdy. Seems to be well made. It's an inverter welder. I believe they use less power. Oh look, in a jigsaw puzzle. Have you ever seen a welded shield like that, look? Excuse my French. What a pile of feces. I mean, if you went in a shop, would you buy that? No way, Jose. Keeps me amused. That will explain my other bits. That's really good, look at it. I better bring the super glue in as well. This is what you want it to pop apart when that's the handle for it. That's not any fella. No, just getting a knife. Oh, leg's not good today. We call these Stanley knives. You Stanley make this particular one, but they've got various names in different places. And what pile of goodness is in here? Oh look, a wire brush. I don't know what you're going to. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Like, and the final piece of the nice, fully comprehensible, probably 3D printed in this thing. Oh, the top's falling apart now again. There we go. Oh, it's broken. I'll have to bring the super glue down. I got this industrial grade super glue, and it's the only super glue I've ever had that actually works. Right. Pretty dark. Maybe handy for filming the camera. I'm assuming that's a good old sturdy. Everything looks pretty sturdy on this thing. Wouldn't they miscall them for that, like? You all know you should cut away from yourself with a sharp knife and never cut yourself with a blunt knife, because it's even worse than cutting yourself with a sharp knife. Right, this is I didn't measure it, but I was wondering if I wonder if they were different sizes so you couldn't screw it up. Which would be a good thing in a way. Soon find out. So this is your MMA welder. I would have thought it would be positive. Yeah. Oh good, it fits in both. Let's figure out which one it goes in. There's a spring. Oh, there's a lock. You'd think it'd be negative first, really, wouldn't you? Put the earth wire in there. That looks quite good, that look. Nice. Gee whiz, that's got a good old grip on it, I can hardly open it. That's good, all the rod wells. Hold the rods well. And some of the big stuff's in this box here. You only weld TIG with argon gas, so I've got some in order. This is Saturday, come on Tuesday later. And that is your earth. I think the more expensive welders like a Lincoln or something will come different sized. I'll read the book and see which one you plug it into. Most cars nowadays are negative first, so probably positive then. Yeah, it's all quite good looking stuff. Back to that stupid mask. Maybe I'll try out this wire brush sometime. That's hilarious, that thing. I think it's been to the dentist and had all its teeth taken out. Right. Well, there's some bits and bobs in here. I'll take the manual. There's a spare tip there, it looks to be about 0.8. I think it does 0.8 and 1 mil on the MIG. I'm going to read that before I do anything. It's quite light actually, which is good. I'm assuming this is the TIG stuff. We shall have a look. Oh, the cables are nice and heavy anyway, that's what you would want to go. Yeah, that's a TIG. I'll have to find out how you energise it. I'm assuming there's a Oh, there's off the gas. Yeah, there's a tungsten and 3 ceramic cups, number 6. 4, 5 and 6 I think. Most people say if you're starting off just use a number 5. Probably do that. And there's 2 tungstens which are blunt at the moment, they'll need sharpened. Well, I think that's a tungsten. Got a hole up the middle of it. This is a lift TIG. You get high frequency as well. You actually touch it onto the metal and then when you lift it, it creates the arc. It's really a bit like gas welding, I think, which is I've done but a long time ago. So there's your connection for your argon. Connections on those bottles. Might have to get a regulator or something because the CO2 bottles won't fit that. We'll figure something out anyway. I'm not sure how you get that to work. That's your gas control. You can take that off and then you can get your longer tungstens in. Just sit in there. Guarantee I'm going to break something. I'll figure it out. Here we go. Your tungsten comes through there. That I don't think that'll fit in there. Too thick. I've got any tungsten I might have to get. I haven't got all the bits to make it work anyway, so I'll have a go at the MIG tomorrow maybe. See how it goes, see how low I can get it. You can take that off and put that on, and then you can have your long tungsten through it. I think I need to do some reading. Or as my brother-in-law calls it, page turning. He usually watches these anyway. So. There you go, my first unboxing video, I think. Did I do one with the Mac? Not sure. It was a toss-up between buying, you can get a MIG slash plasma cutter. It just does the 2 things, and you can use gas and gasless. And well, I went for this because everything was in the one kit, including the stupid brush. I mean, it all looks to be fairly sturdy stuff. Perfect spring in there anyway, so we can have a go at stick welding with it as well tomorrow maybe. I've run out of puff today. It's quite a long lead as well, that's quite reasonable. Good 2 metres now. About 2 metres I would say. I'm confused. Solid core connect gas plus. Flux core connect gasless. I'm not really sure where that goes. Unless it's to do solid core connect gas plus flux core connect gas minus. So this must need to So when you're using MIG wire with gas, you need to connect that in there, the look of it, and then when you're using flux core, you connect it in there. Yeah, because that's about the length of the cable. I don't know why. One runs on negative and one runs on positive. I'll read the manual tonight and bring you back for some first attempts at doing stuff with it. Try not to break it. I think it was £2.95 dollars, pounds. I don't know what the dollar rate is at the moment, so it's probably about $3.75, $3.50 maybe US. I mean, it's nice and light. Unless you put a 5 kilo roll in it, and then it'll be 5 kilos heavier. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to away to make the tea for the family now, so call it a day. Excuse me. I need to start putting a cover on the lace because it was very damp this morning, humid, and the whole lace was covered in moisture. So it's dried out now. I've got an old blanket there, I'll start throwing it over it I think. Just leaving it to dry out at the moment, hopefully. Come alright tomorrow. Oh well, it's a little SD card I've got in, but we should be able to get some film figuring it out. We can do some MIG welding, no bother, and we can do some stick welding. I've still got the old Oxford, which is a brilliant welder. So we'll see how it goes anyway. That's all for the moment. This is my first try on my new welder. It's a 5-in-1 welder. I've got it set up for gas MIG at the moment. You can set it for gasless MIG. You can TIG weld with it and you can arc weld with it. I need quite all the bits for TIG welding yet. We can have a go at that. This, if you put it on this synergy setting, it's supposed to match the amps to the wire speed, so we'll have a go on this bit of plate here and see what happens. And that. I've this bit of petrol pipe went onto the fitting at the back there, and then I used one of the little fittings, these fittings inside it, and tightened it, so that's it into these gas bottles now, so that's handy. You have to learn how to use this thing. Right, see what happens. Like that. Let's turn I'm going to turn the wire speed right down, see if it changes the ampage. It's not such a good weld, but it would be good for the tin work in the major, I think. We'll crank it up and see what happens. 160 amps. Gee. That's better. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good. Nice and easy to use, not too heavy. The machine itself is quite light. because we've got the old Oxford there, but it's like a ton weight. So that's me at half throttle again. We'll see what happens. Should be something in between the two. Looks like somebody that knew what they're doing did that. So that's where minimum wire speed, which I think with a bit of practice you can get it quite, that's halfway. So there's a nice weld there, and that's full flat out 160 amps. So it's a really good feature that if you turn the wire speed down, it automatically changes the amps itself. That's via this synergy setting. I haven't quite figured out all the settings yet, and you've a positive and a negative, and depending on what you're doing. So if I was doing gasless, I would have to change that into the minus, and TIG is minus. I can't remember what arc is, but we'll figure it out. We'll have to go and read the book and have a go at the stick. MMA they call it now, but it would do. There's a guy who got quite a good video on YouTube that had bought one of these, so I was watching it and I got more out of him than I did out of the flipping manual as usual. So here, it's an inverter welder, so I think they use less current. It's a pretty good sized fan in the back there, running away there. That's what I did. There's a big fitting there, so I've got this petrol pipe they use for a lawnmower with a Jubilee flip, and then I see I'd, so there's a lot of heat that's coming from the weld, and then I've got the fitting inside, so I can actually disconnect that if I want and tighten with a Jubilee clip. So I'll turn the gas off for now. This is the fantastic brush you get. Oh well, it's a brush of sorts. Right, I'll have to go and check in the manual which way around that goes, so I'll bring you back once I figure out the stick welding side of it. I'm going to have a cup of tea as well. I've just been making this 1mm pitch for this tube. This is going to be the argon feed to the TIG welder, part of my new welder. Unfortunately, I have a shaft that's going round and it's not supposed to. Known there before, so I've shaped it with a drill so it's coned in the end, and that's my length there. This is the lift TIG adapter that came with the new welder, but it's for a regulator, so I've made up this adapter, threaded it on the lathe, but there it is. That's 1mm pitch, and then I turned that down to 8mm at that side. So I'll get a rubber hose over the top of this now and need a wee tighten light, but it tightened up okay when it was in the lathe. So I'm going to have a go at TIG. I've never TIG welded before. See how it goes. Get an update for you. But I'm hoping to be able to use it on the major tin work, because no tin work you can bring the amps right down, but it has to be argon gas, pure argon, which I've got now, and this is my adapter so I can use it. This is my first serious go at TIG welding it. I was just doing it with the tungsten, but I think that's the 1.6s that they keep disintegrating really quick. I'm running argon gas out a little bit of there, so and just keep playing till I get it. I just got to get my heights right and my directions right.